Hawks win! Hawks win! 4-3 over the St. Louis Blues. The Blackhawks are here to determine who wins the Central Division. Yes, the Chicago Blackhawks beat the St. Louis Blues 4-3 in a shootout. The Hawks should have won this in regulation with how they played until the last 5 minutes of regulation time. But Hawks take the win, even though we really don't have much to win for at this point in the season, being eliminated from the playoffs. It was good a great effort by the Blackhawks yesterday and how they beat the Blues, because usually a team coming off of a day knowing they were just eliminated from playoff contention, they tend to suck. Well, the Hawks did not do that. They showed up and played well. Cam Ward was the starting goalie for the Chicago Blackhawks. Jake Allen was for the Blues. And Wardo played on his head. With this win over the Blues, it was a pretty good game. The Hawks got up to play, and they ended up showing that they were ticked off that they were eliminated, and they wanted to win it for the fans, it looked like. So, let's talk about the shots on net. Why not? In the first period, the Blues had 7 shots, the Hawks had 12. Second period, Hawks with 13 shots to the Blues 10. Third period, the Blues outshot the Hawks 22-11. Overtime, the Hawks outshot the Blues 2-1. Total shots on net, 40 for St. Louis, 38 for the Hawks. So high shot totals were put up tonight, last night. And the Hawks had a good effort all around. So let's get to the scoring of the games. Why not? Since there were a lot in regulation, none in overtime, but one in a shootout. So here we go. In the first period, to set his career high in goals, number 19, Jonathan Toews, his 35th goal of the season, assisted by number 88, Patrick Kane, to give him his tie with his career high in points, and assisted also by number 91, Drake Caggiula, to give the Hawks a 1-0 lead at 16:26 in the first period, and that was the only goal scored in the first. So we go to the second period. 26 seconds into the period, scored by St. Louis's Vladimir Tarasenko, his 32nd of the season, assisted by Shin and Parenko to make it a 1-1 game. But at 13:20 in the second period, scored by number 15, Artem Anisimov, his 15th goal of the season, assisted by number 24, Dominic Cahoon, and number 20, Brandon Saad, to make it a 2-1 Hawks lead over St. Louis at the end of 2. We go to the third period. At 11:37 in the third period, Patrick Kane scores his 42nd of the season to make it his career high in points in a season for his 107th point of the year. And it was on a breakaway backhand shot, goes over Allen, and Kaner buries it, and it was assisted by number 17, Dylan Strome, and number 2, Duncan Keith. About that, my camera just died on me without any notification. So we go, we know the game ties, but Kaner with his 107th point of the year, making it his career high in for himself that isn't great, even though we unfortunately wasted a hell of a season for Kane for not making the playoffs. So at 12:23 in the third period, scored by St. Louis's David Perron, his 22nd of the season, assisted by Pietrangelo and Tarasenko on the power play to make it a 3-2 Hawks lead at 12:23 in the third period. Since we have to go to a shootout, here we go. At 19:21 in regulation time, scored from St. Louis's Tyler Bozak, his 13th of the season, assisted by Maroon and Parenko to make it 3-3 at the end of regulation. So we go to overtime. Back and forth overtime. We started off with Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, and Eric Gustafsson. Usually when those three are out, we win it quick. Well, have to go to a shootout. Wardo made a huge save when he was needed, and it worked. So we go to the shootout, and here we go. In the shootout, to start your Blackhawks off, number 19, Jonathan Toews. He goes up wide, comes in the middle, stick handles, goes backhand, forehand, shoots it over the shoulder of Jake Allen, and Hawks lead it 1-0 in the shootout. So the Blues put up Tyler Bozak to start their shootout. He goes up and stick handles, and Cam Ward with the big save over Tyler Bozak. So we put up our best at the shootout. Number 88, Patrick Kane. He goes up with the speed, slows up, stick handles, goes on the backhand, and hits the post. Yes, Kaner hit the post on the shootout, and we still have a 1-0 lead over St. Louis. We could have had 2-0. So the Blues put up Ryan O'Reilly to go for them. He goes up and just stick handles, and Ward saves it to make it still 1-1 after 2 rounds in the shootout. 1-0 in the shootout, my bad. And then we go and put up the cat to shoot it to try and get us the winner. Alex DeBrincat takes the puck up, stick handles stick handling the puck like it was nothing, and he went wide with the shot. Yes. So we have to hope for Ward to stand on his head in the last shooter, and Vladimir Tarasenko goes up. Maybe the opposite way around. It might have been Tarasenko second or Riley third, but whoever went up for the Blues, they took it all the way up, and Ward stones them cold, and Hawks win it 4-3 in a shootout. So, from last night's game being the fact that they won, even though they know they have been eliminated from playoff contention, they showed that they still have heart, and they've honestly felt bad for the season they gave the fans. And I respect how they played last night. So let's try and keep it where they can determine fate on who wins the NHL Central Division. Because we held St. Louis from not being able to tie the Central Division lead last night. And if we can do that, if we can beat Nashville on Saturday for the last game of the season, or the fate has been held and the Hawks have destroyed chances for winning divisions. So, thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, I know you enjoyed the outcome. Hawks win it 4-3 over the St. Louis Blues. And let's go Hawks!